Welcome to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. My name's Dave, got gray hair, I've got a gray beard. I wear glasses, I even have a green shirt just like the guy on the artwork. And if you're thinking that this is all pre-roll stuff where I've recorded all this beforehand, nope, I do it live every time. Live right here in front of you. So, anyways, folks, I was talking yesterday about 1971. Now, 1971 was a pretty okay year. I mean, not a lot happened, but I mean, if in the summertime, and that's the problem with a show like this, is that if I'm talking about a specific year, I've got to try and spread that out for a while. And it's hard to do. I mean, I can't talk about every day of my life as it went on. I got to talk in sections, as it were. But so let's move on to fall of 1971 in a sense, because fall was fun. Maybe next week I'll explore another year. Maybe I'll go forward. Maybe I'll go back. Who knows? But, it's one of those fun things that I get to make these decisions. I have been watching this morning as I'm recording here, the launch of the Starship, or SpaceX's Starship heavy rocket, the third launch, the third flight, test flight. And it's been pretty successful so far. It didn't explode, which is a good thing, really always a good thing. But also the booster section, the main booster section, didn't quite hit the ship in the Gulf of Mexico. Missed it. Had a hard water landing. But some of the technology today, folks. Think about this. I've been watching this as this Starship has circled the Earth, or is circling the Earth. I've been watching the video of it live. Now, we used to be able to do a lot of cool things when NASA was the only one going into space anymore. So like you've got the Apollo missions. You got a lot of good video, but you only got it so long. Now, geez, I'm watching it right now. It's 43 minutes and 12 seconds in. And it's just amazing. You're getting clear pictures of what's going on. It's starting to rotate and to come back down to Earth. And you're getting to watch all this stuff live, which amazes the heck out of me. Yeah, okay, we saw the lunar landing, the first on Apollo 11. And that technology that we came up with, not we being me, of course, I'm not anywhere near that. I'm not even in the same county as those people. Oh my God. But the technology and how much that technology created today. We wouldn't have cell phones if it weren't for the space program. We wouldn't have supercomputers if it wasn't for the space program. We wouldn't have small computers that fit in our pockets if it weren't for the space program. And this is my opinion. Folks, don't take any of this as fact. All right? But it's amazing to me, the technologies and how they've changed. I remember talking to you yesterday or the day before about television sets. Television sets alone. I remember, as I said, not our first, but we always had a big console TV, a 25-inch console TV, and it was almost always color, at least when we lived in Port Huron. And that thing was a monster. It was the size of a small credenza. And if you don't know what a credenza is, look it up. But it just amazes me how things change. I remember getting my first 27-inch flat screen, and it had to weigh about 3,000 pounds. You think so when you're trying to bring it in all by yourself because you got no help. And then I remember my first flat screen TV of today was, I believe, a 29-inch, and it was I don't know, maybe 2-3 inches deep, wide, and its depth. They've shrunk everything, folks. They do. They shrink everything nowadays, and that's so cool. I really believe that is really, really cool. So, but back in the 70s, space shuttles weren't going. I mean, space shuttles were pretty much coming towards the end. Yeah, they were. The space shuttle was starting its beginning. Don't get me wrong. I apologize. Apollo was coming to an end, and then came into the era of the space shuttle. Which the space shuttle? Oh my! There was the cool stuff, right, folks? Oh, and then the building. Do you remember the ISS? We have the International Space Station right now. But the first thing we had, I believe it was called Space Lab. That was fun. That was cool. I mean, we're exploring. We're doing what's next. We came out of the cave. We saw fire. We started building. We started construction. Started to build the world as it is today. And then as we evolve, we keep evolving. We keep growing and growing and growing. Mentally also, not just emotionally, but intellectually. There's a word I should have found yesterday. That's the one I was looking for. You know how it is when you get old, folks. Every once in a while, a word will leave you. But intellectually, I believe, as every generation comes up, they are just a little bit smarter than the generation before. I look at my generation and the baby boomers compared to my parents' generation, and I think that we were naturally just a little bit smarter than they were. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not bragging about this or anything else. I'm just saying, I just think that's the way it is. I look at the kids who were baby boomers kids, my nieces and nephews. They started out smarter than I was. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just amazing. I remember watching my nephew and their first computer, and the things he could do on that just naturally. He just kind of knew. He was, on video games. He just kind of knew how to play them, and he was good at it. I'm sure he's still good at it. And I'm sure he's still good at playing, anything he does on the computer. It's just, these things amaze me. And then I see nowadays, and I see it all the time at work, babies walking around with mommy and daddy's cell phones. And oh my Lord, there was this one girl got on my bus one day with her parents, and she was just, I don't know if she was texting or what, but it was like she was typing out an email to somebody, and we couldn't leave until the email was done. It was funny as heck. But I believe they just come by this naturally. I do. I mean, you know the old saying, if something's wrong with your computer, who do you call? A 10-year-old. You don't call somebody like Dave, who's in the 60s. You call a 10-year-old. They're gonna come up and they're gonna fix it really quick. It's in their nature. It's in their DNA. Really, really is. I'm amazed by what is happening in the world as we go along. So let's get on to our news of what happened on this day in 71. Not much. I was going to talk about the price of groceries a little bit. And so let's see here. Holy cow. Vanilla ice cream was $1.29 a gallon. You believe that? Bacon was 79 cents a pound. Coffee, that's what I was going to look up. Coffee. Let me look up Starbucks real quick here. Okay, I figured out why I can't figure out how much a cup of coffee is at Starbucks. They weren't selling coffee yet, just coffee beans. They were selling roasted coffee beans in bags. So I can't tell you how much it was. But anyways, it couldn't have been cheap. So we're going to move on from there. But that's the way it was back then. In the day. Let's see what else was going on. Oh, cantaloupe, 11 cents a pound. Sweet corn, 5 cents for an ear of corn. A loaf of bread was 25 cents, you know. Let's go to music, right? Music on, and in the year of 71, the number one song for 71, like I said yesterday, was Joy to the World by Three Dog Night. Number two was Maggie May, Reason to Believe by Rod Stewart. Number three was It's Too Late, off the album I Feel the Earth Move by Carole King. And again, back to the Osmonds with One Bad Apple. The song of the year was It's Too Late by Carole King at the Grammys. The most popular songs again. Oh, look at this. Here we go. Three Dog Night, Joy to the World. Carole King, I Feel the Earth Move. Bread, Let Your Love Go. T-Rex, 475. The Stones, wow. James Taylor, Rod Stewart, Don McLean. Don McLean. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, This Will Be the Day That We Die. Oh, that was a good song. That is a sing-along song if there ever was one. So anyways, folks, that's enough for today. I'm going to say to you this, as I always do. Folks, go to my website, 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. That's the number 5minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. Leave me a note. Leave me a message. Check out the episodes. Check out the merchandise that I have there if you're interested in buying. Let me know. Send me a message. Send me a voicemail. Just click on that little microphone in the bottom right-hand corner of the website. Leave me a message, and I'll see what I can do about getting you some merchandise. The keychains are cool. The shirts are slick as can be, folks. And don't forget to tell your friends about me. If they don't know what a podcast is or how to listen to one, do me a favor. Show them. So from Gray Hair Dave and everybody here in the bedroom, no, you all have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.